Today we're going to be transforming our living room space with this beautiful DIY frame TV, so be sure to stick around to watch the full process.
Hi guys, welcome to today's video. We're going to be trying to build a frame TV today, just like the Samsung TV frames, but on a budget. Those things cost like an arm and a leg, and I don't really feel like buying that. So what I do feel like buying is a bunch of lumber and screws and trying to figure it out myself. So that's the aim for today. I have kind of started on it yesterday, but it didn't go to plan. So my husband and I went to Lowe's again today to try to get different wood and stuff to see if this is going to be a little bit easier. But yeah, that's what today's going to be. So let's just go ahead and hop right into it. I already went to the hardware store and I got the trim, the nails. Did I get anything else? Oh, and the spray paint to like make it a certain color. I like very ornate French style frames, but where our TV sits, we have like a really tall fireplace and then the TV, and then we only have 8-foot ceilings. So I told myself like I can't go too thick of a frame. So what I opted for are these like really thin, what are these, does it say? It's like a 1.5 inch board, very thin. It's just trim board. I got 4 of these, and I'm gonna try to just do like a base frame of it, and then I want to create almost like a box. So I want it to go along the side so you can't see the frame of the TV because it is on a mount, so it sits away from the wall a little bit. And then I got a fairly thin trim piece. First things first is measure, and I did already measure, but I'm going to measure again because you can never go too wrong, and I'll show you kind of how I'm going to go about that. Well, essentially what I'm going to be doing, it is across the screen is 48 1/8 inches, and then from top to bottom of the screen is 27 1/8. So I need to create the frame using these boards where this angle is like 27 1/8 and then cuts upward, so that this inside board is what's up against the TV. And then I need to make 2 of those, and then the same concept with the 48 1/8 inch ones. And then I'll make 2 where it's whatever this top length is going to be, that's going to have 2 boards of that length, and then as well as the side ones. The only thing is I'm not sure if I want to try to cut these out of 45 or just have more of like a boxed shape to them. Last night I went ahead and cut the trim that will be on like the front face of the frame. So I just got these like, I don't even know. It's just a basic trim board. It's kind of like a particle board. It doesn't cut very well. I did try to just use the like angle clippers they use for trim, and it was such a pain in the freaking butt. I had to cut from like different angles and sides because it just was not cutting well, and it's kind of chipped. But I did get 2 of the side links and then 2 of the top and bottom done. I kind of already put them up to the TV and they're perfect. So yay, I wasn't a complete failure. We went and picked up, these are 1x3s, and I got 3 of them just so that if I make a mistake we have plenty. So I'm gonna basically be making 2 different boxes. I'm gonna make one that's the front panels using the trim boards, and then I'm gonna be making another box for the side panels, and that's kind of just to cover up the side and for everything to be nailed into. So it's gonna kind of like sit almost like, let me not hit myself in the face, like so, right? And then we'll have our pretty trim on top. I'm gonna create the sides first of the 27 1/8. That's of this side, but I'm gonna measure this length here on the long side and make 2 of those from the actual wood, and that's gonna be my side. Hopefully this works well. I'm basically just creating a box. I'm not gonna bother to do the 45-degree angles in the corners. You're not going to really see it, so okay, let's get started. It's so cold out in Florida right now. Oh, dying. So I'm gonna get some sandpaper, go to town on these, make it a little smoother. And then I'll cut the other ones based on the length. So I'll kind of have to hold everything up to make sure that I'm getting it correctly sized. But yeah, I think that should be good. Yeah, cool. Okay, 1 second. So, like I said, these are for the 27, so now you can kind of like see what I'm talking about here. So we'll do something like this. It'll be nice and wide along the side of the TV. And then this will be the front of the TV. And then obviously use my thicker trim right here. So what I'm going to do, using the longer boards, I'm just going to see how far in to the board this would go. That would give me the top and bottom length that I need from the pine boards. Okay. So it's 49.5. I can kind of do it the same way where I just line it up. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and measure this one as well. Now I just need my husband one more time. Well, maybe not one more time, but one more time for cutting. So I got 2 different kinds of brackets to kind of put everything together. I got these corner brackets. I don't know if you can see them, but the corner brackets, and then I got like these 90s. Basically, I'm just gonna take one, take the other, and corner bracket. So yeah. So I think I'm just gonna go based off of the middle. Just to keep it stable. So I'm going to drill one side at a time, and I'm going to do a pilot hole just so I have a good leading hole first. Okay. Bon appetit. Now the short one, just the same hole, so I'm going to kind of hold it up. Give me a good ol' so I can mark where that pilot hole needs to go. I have to still put the face forward and then like the little lip that will hang on to on the back. But yeah, okay, let's go see if this fits. This plate's on, which will come up to the inside seam, and then we'll create like a lip on the back end to hold it onto the TV on the top. But yay, it actually looks pretty solid. We are back after like 3 hours. We had to go and get new brown nails for our brown nailer. We just got it for Christmas, so we weren't quite sure how to use it. It's an air compressor one by Rigid. So far so good. We gave it a little test run on a piece of wood, and I guess we're gonna go ahead and apply the trim boards to the base that we made. So Ryan is again my lovely assistant. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started in that. I'm just going to be adding some brown nails to all 4 corners to make sure that it's nice and stable. That none of the boards are going to be like spinning, but this is that trim of ours. It's gonna work fine with the clippers. It's thinner, it's normal wood, so it does work a lot easier. So all I'm gonna do is basically cut the first corner off. So I'm just gonna give a good old snipping in this guy. And you wanna have it where the angles are going towards each other to make that picture frame. Yay! Gotta make sure that that's the right length. That looks perfect. And then we need the 27 for this side. I'm just gonna mark it where it is. Quarter. Okay. So it is 51 and a quarter and 31 and a quarter. But once you make these, it's basically a template. I just have to make sure I cut at the right angle. That dot goes at the bottom. Yep. Way easier. Got all of them cut. They seem good. I'm just gonna go ahead and start nailing it in. This side's gonna have to be the top one because I can't get that one out, but I'm gonna do my best to like avoid the nails that are already in there. So, okay, cool. Let's do this. We're gonna go and hold it up to the TV, and then I'm gonna figure out the piece for the back that will kind of hold it against the TV. So it's not like sitting, this isn't sitting too far down on the screen. So let's go do that. But I measured the like frame that already exists on the TV, and it's about 1/4 inch. And then I measured what is visible inside of the frame, and this is 3/4, so I need basically 1/2 inch thickness to hold it at the right height to not cover the screen. So thankfully that white trim that we got is 1/4 inch thick, so I'm just going to take the 2 pieces of scrap and nail it to the center. And that should give it enough height right here to just like rest on top of the TV. And then we have these like elastic kind of bands. I saw Exo McKenna do the same thing, where she just like screwed that to either side and it was tight enough to hold it against the TV. So that should be good to do that. We'll do that after painting and all that, but I'm gonna go ahead and nail this in and then we'll see if it's the right height on the TV. Cool. All right, let's go see if this will sit on it. This is nerve-wracking for me. Let's see. Yeah, that's the right height. And then we'll just make sure she's centered over. It is a little warped, but I'm thinking once we add the elastic bands, it will kind of pull the frame up against the TV if we do it tight enough. But oh my god, that looks so good. Okay, so what's next? Wood fill. And then maybe tapping some of these nails in a little bit more just because they are kind of sticking out. And then I would try to keep warping it. And then the only thing that some people forget to mention is the sensor. Our sensor is the dead center right here. So I'm just gonna drill a little hole right there. Once it's painted, you don't really notice it, but you wanna be able to watch TV, right? So I'm gonna mark where that is and drill the little hole. And then wood fill. So like over halfway there, I would say. Anyway, okay. It should be good. So I'm just gonna. I usually kind of just like mix this around with like not a spatula, but like a wood stick, and then kind of pack it in there and then sand it down. So anyway, let's fast forward through that process. I let it dry overnight with the wood filler and it seems good. I don't think I missed any spots, but I already got my sandpaper out. So I'm gonna do maybe 1 to 2 coats of this and then another coat of this one so that it has some depth behind it. And then I do have rub and buff inside, but we'll do that once it's dry and I can put it back on the table. But I'm gonna try to be quick and watch for the leaves because I don't want it to land on there. So, all right, let's do this. So I've torn my house apart trying to find the rub and buff and I can't find it. So we're gonna try a technique using the spray paint, Q-tips, paper towel, water, and a brush to try to like deepen the grooves on this to make it a little bit more antique. I'm gonna revisit it again eventually, but I really just want to get this done today and get it up. And time is running away from me, so I'm just gonna hurry up and do this. So if it works, I will show you and zoom in. If it doesn't work, I'm just gonna put it up as it is now. Anyway, let's try.
Thank you guys for sticking around and watching the tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed this kind of video, and be sure to stick around for more content just like this one. I'll catch you guys next time.